the bush, the good ship Jesus carried them over the sea.
Crimes against humanity committed in the Congo. Cries of my people falling on deaf ears. Rape of my sisters, child mutilation, death of a mission. Well over 40 million. Industrial revolution financed by the rubber, diamonds and the copper. Can't forget the oil, coltan in a bundle. Children dig a soil, bare hands with no shovel. Makes my blood boil. KKK killers, work for my brother Khalid. Keep fighting this beast every day of the week. They know that they hate us, they know they are evil. Work for my brother Kendrick, life lost on this mission. Too many to mention, fighting for liberation. Lifting my right fist against my oppression. Laws against my freedom, legalized by the Masons. The enemies of progress are hiding in the Congress. They fear me cause of my skin. They fear me cause of my melanin. They hate me cause I'm a king. Try to rewrite my origins. They fear me cause I'm a king. They fear me cause I'm a melanin. They hate me cause I'm a king. Try to rewrite my origins. Black panther, black sheep, blacklisted. Black organs of black babies on black markets. Black Friday, big sales of black slaves. Black codes, Jim Crow, black deaths. Black Holocaust, 100 millions of life lost. Black blood getting spilled at what cost? Sandra Bland, Sean Bell, Freddie Gray. Black lives don't matter as Mike Brown. Black businesses, black wall got burned down. Black dollars, do it matters or buy black? No more matching my people, it's time to fight back. Boycott everything that's not black. Bang on his beast, let's goes or black out. We have the power, my people, it's time to fight back. It's now or never, my people, it's time to fight back. It's now or never, my people, it's time to fight back. They fear me cause of my skin.
Yaya. Kimpa Vita. The mother of the African Revolution against European enslavement. Born in 1684 in the village called Songololo, in the town of Bakongo at the time when the country was the Kingdom of Kongo. She was the daughter of a noble Kongo family. The Mwana Kongo clan, from the region right around Mount Kibangu. A flat-topped mountain that lay some distance east of the capital of Mbanza, Congo. Kimpa Vita was baptized in her youth, and so she seems to have had spiritual gifts even as a youth. She had dreams of playing with angels and visions and the like. Not surprisingly, she turned to religious pursuits, becoming an Nganga Marinda. A spiritual person whose role the Catholic missionaries did not like, but was widely accepted in the Congo as legitimate. During this period the Kingdom of Kongo was occupied by the Portuguese. There was war between the kingdom and the Portuguese. There was a king by the name of Vita Kanga whose killing led to civil war, divided the kingdom into two, the kingdom of Ndompetelo and the kingdom of Ndozua.
In 1702, there was a woman called Apollonia Mafuta who possessed the Holy Spirit of Tata Nzambi Ampungu and was given the mission to begin to preach in the name of Tata Nzambi Ampungu. Her mission was to wake up the people of Congo Dia and Totela, to stop the war between themselves and return to the god Tata Nzambia Mpungu. Mama Mafuta at this time was about 65 years old when she began to preach, and Vita Kimpa was one of the people who used to attend the teachings. At this time she was 18 years old, her parents were Christians. Whenever they came to hear the teachings of Mama Mafuta, Vita Kimpa used to be possessed by the spirit because she was trained as a Nganga Marinda, or as a person who is able to communicate with spirits. The Nganga Marinda was connected to the Kimpasi cult, a healing cult that flourished in late 17th century Congo. The mission given to her by the ancestors was to wake up the people of Congo, unite the two kingdoms and rebuild the city of Mbanza, Congo. She later named the City of God, which had been destroyed by the Portuguese. Vita Kimpa became very popular, and people followed her everywhere she went. She had followers from all ranks and walks of life, including Hippolyta, wife of King Nasamu Ambemba, better known by his Portuguese name Pedro IV, was a devotee of Vita Kimpa. She was trying to end the war as much as anything else, to the extent she confronted Nasamu Mbemba on his lack of resolution to end the civil war. And he for his part would have arrested her as a heretic, as indeed the Capuchin priest in his service, Bernardo da Gallo, recommended. However, he did not, because he was intrigued by her message himself but could not partner with her due to the influence of the missionaries who manipulated him, saying that Vita Kimpa will overshadow his image and put his power in danger, but still he protected her during these times. This was at the height of the slave trade. Thousands of people were being exported annually to Brazil, to the Spanish Indies, to Suriname, and some even to South Carolina. The slave trade was one of the byproducts of war, along with death and destruction, and because slavery was lucrative, it helped to continue the wars in a vicious cycle. Vita Kimpa understood this, and the solution was to end the civil war and restore the kingdom, but none of the contenders to the throne seemed able to do that. Her message became so popular because it was a spiritual awakening of the people through religion, even though it integrated Congolese culture with Catholicism. Her movement became so strong that it threatened the influence of the Catholic Church amongst the African people, and this pits her against the Church. It was in no time that Vita Kimpa moved to occupy the kingdom's capital, which had been abandoned in 1678 and was in ruins, yet it was a very vital part and the very symbol of the Congo. The kings were all buried there, the cathedral was there, and holding the city was in effect restoring the kingdom and presumably ending the civil war. Meanwhile, the Portuguese knew the importance of the ruined city of Mbanza, Congo, and the value it holds in the life of an average Congolese, hence they ensured that the land remained unoccupied. But Vita Kimpa also knew that occupying the capital was very vital to her mission. Hence she defied all the efforts of the Portuguese and she occupied Mbanza, Congo, where she began to send her disciples out on rebuilding missions. Her call to unity drew strong support among thousands of peasants, who flocked to the city to hear her speak. Though her movement recognized the papal primate, but she was hostile against the Europeanism of the Christian faith by the missionaries in Congo. Vita Kimpa took her message to João Tuatambula, near the Congo River close to modern Matadi, but he refused to hear her mission. However, Kibinga, aka Pedro Constantino, the third rival and the second favorite contender to the Kingdom of Congo, was the only one who accepted her message and her mission for Congo. This seems like the right move for the progress of her movement and her mission towards rebuilding Congo, but was a wrong move politically, as her ally with Kibinga pits her against the other two political figures, especially Nasamu Mbemba aka Pedro IV, who seems to be the leading contender to the throne and the favorite of the Church. As her message continued to be popular, her powers began to increase, and also Mbanza, Congo was becoming populated. In 1706 Vita Kimpa gave birth to a son after 2 miscarriages and 2 failed marriages, but she continued to emphasize the closeness of God to the African people, which is the unifying factor amongst Bakongo. The Catholic Church feels threatened as their influence on the people was beginning to wear out, and also the birth of Vita Kimpa's child was the perfect excuse to put her away, since a vessel of God could not have given birth, so they decided it is time to put her in her place. But they were able to succeed in manipulating Nasamu Mbemba to do the dirty job, because he also feels threatened by the increasing influence of Vita Kimpa on the people and her alliance with Kibinga, and so he puts out an order for her arrest. Vita Kimpa also made the political mistake, which we can maybe attributed to overconfidence or naivety, of going back home to her parents to have her baby near Avululu, Pedro IV's domain, where she was eventually found by Pedro's soldiers, captured with her son and some of her followers. They were charged with heresy. The miracles performed by Vita Kimpa were denounced as kindoki, or the use of supernatural powers. She was tried in a civil court under Congo and not church law. although her arrest and trial was masterminded by the church through Pedro IV. According to Congo law, punishment is prescribed for witchcraft and heresy, which were the charges leveled against her. Vita Kimpa was beaten and tortured continuously to renounce and reject her ancestral teachings, serving as a means of recapturing the minds of the people. But she stuck to her belief, her message and her mission as a vessel of God. On July 2, 1706, Kimpa Vita, the famous Congolese noblewoman, a prophet also known by her baptismal name Dona Beatrice. Her and her son were burned as heretic and a witch, under the watchful eye of Capuchin priests who had helped in convicting her. Vita Kimpa's movement remained very strong in Mbanza, Congo even after her death. Her Bakongo prayers were shouted out by the defenders of the city in the War of 1709, and her ideas remained among the peasants, appearing in various messianic cults until 2 centuries later. Vita Kimpa's mother continued the movement after her daughter's death. And her messages took a new turn when a prophet named Simon Kabangu founded the Kimbanguist Church in the 1920s. The Bundu dia Congo, a rapidly growing church founded by Mwanda Nsemi in the 1960s. It is said that Vita Kimpa prophesied her return, but only this time as a man, and so most people of Congo believed Vita Kimpa to be reincarnated in Simon Kabangu. Her movement was also exported to the New World, in Brazil, Suriname, Haiti, Jamaica, and the US. Long live the spirit of Kimpa Vita, the mother of Bakongo and African Revolution. Ingeta.